we leave El Paso, we get to Georgia, um, and we spent about 2.5 years in Georgia. We was in Georgia really. We were in and out of Georgia really fast, um, really fast. Sometimes I regret um, pulling out of Georgia as fast as I did. I knew I was going to have to leave. I knew it was only going to be a 3-year tour at the most. Um, but I really felt like, looking back at least retrospectively, that maybe I should have gave myself a little bit more time to stay in Georgia. But nevertheless, we leave Georgia and we wind up in North Carolina, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And by the time we get to North Carolina, I'm in a different zone. Um, I had got promoted. I had went to a few schools. I'm all in. Okay, I'm all in. I think we hit North Carolina. I think I'm at 12 years. It's 2008. I think I'm at 12 years. Um, I'm just in another zone. Um, and I can honestly say that, this is, if there was a little bit of a disconnect prior, there is a big disconnect now, because now he's 12. Um, he's 12. He's 12. Um, and I'm feeling like this attachment and this disconnect with me to his mom had already been solidified, and I really started slowly giving up. I started giving up on so many things. Um, I was trying to hold it together. Um, I was really trying to figure out a way to tap in to be a better father, because I felt the distance, and I got it. Maybe a lot of fathers just don't have stuff in common with their 12-year-old kid anyway. But you try, you know, irregardless, you try. As a parent, your job is to be in tune with your child. You just don't say, well, I'm grown and you're 12 and you go that. No, you try. You figure out what make your child tick. And I was trying, but I can tell you I was burned out. I was burned out because uh, at this point, any of the things that I wanted to do or any things that I wanted to try, um, if he didn't want to do it, again, it was this overwhelming presence of his mother who just, if he don't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it. Like that was the mentality. And I was like, well, I could never be a father. I could never be a father. I can't teach my son how to shoot a gun, to lift weights, to play football, to help me build stairs to the shed. Um, come help me. Uh, well, help me wash the car, wash the rims on the car while I wash the car. Anything that he didn't want to do, or anything that she felt that she didn't want him to do, it was always pushback. And again, like I said, I guarantee you, if you ask the two of them, um, their stories are going to be totally different from mine. But this is just my perspective and what I remember and how I felt. Um, but yeah, I just kind of felt like the disconnect was prevalent and it just expanded, you know. Um, it expanded um, when we was in North Carolina. Um, and to add fuel to the fire, we were only there for 15 months. We were there for 15 months and we split apart and I wound up filing for divorce. Um, because some things happened in our marriage. And when we split and I filed for divorce and she moved out, I ultimately became the bad guy. And I think that this was really the beginning of the end. It was the beginning of the end, not only for the relationship I had with my older son, but it was definitely the beginning and the end of the relationship I had with all three of my children, my daughter and even my younger son.